Bob,
can you name any Bob Marley songs?
Bob Marley songs?
Yeah. Can you sing any of them?
Please don't worry about a thing.
Not the main one.
One Love, obviously.
Can you sing it?
One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel all right. I don't know, but I grew up on Bob Marley. I can't even think about all of them. Do you know any of his brother songs, like Skip?
I mean,
Skip is his son. Sorry,
I don't really know it much of. I think I know like maybe three or four Bob Marley songs. I'm not like a huge Bob Marley fan. One of my favorite songs is a Bob Marley song though.
Which is what?
Is This Love?
Oh yeah, he's saying
it's a very good song.
Is This Love? Is it love? Is love? Do you know? Did you grow up on reggae?
No, I have one aunt who listens to reggae, and I think I have some bad memories with reggae or something.
Reggae is very homophobic. It is transphobic. Reggae is terrible.
I think for me it's tied to something else because like I used to get genuinely as a kid for some reason like depressed listening to reggae music. Like I would get like it would just make me like depressed. I really hated hearing reggae music growing up, and I think that it was because I spent a summer with my father, and he loves reggae music, and that summer was the worst summer of my life, and I think I associate reggae with that time in my life, and I used to really be like, not reggae. I cannot listen to reggae.
In high school, like when y'all had school dances in high school, and there's like that song that every high school kid across America knew.
I think we had more dances in middle school than high school. I think in high school it was like the prom.
Yeah, I guess. No, mine we would have one in the fall, one in the spring.
Work.
The name of the song, got somebody, she is a beauty, very special, really and true. You know
is that reggae?
Yeah. Whoa.
Maybe it's in New York.
Maybe it's in New York because obviously there's a very big West Indian population in New York.
Yeah, not a lot of West Indians in. I'm not saying there are no West Indians in Atlanta. I just want to say
because you be upsetting the West Indian community. They be coming at that ass.
They don't.
Yes, they do.
I have not.
If you West Indian and you came up Bob's ass, comment below.
And if you were literally anyone else in the world, you came on Monet's ass, comment below.
Well, a lot of people have come on my ass.
Oh my God! You know who did come on my ass? Librarians.
Oh. They would Photoshop the picture of you at the burning of the Library of Alexander.
Yeah, the librarian community really was like mad at me. I was like, y'all are wild.
That's why books are important. Do you agree? How do you feel about libraries today?
I want to say this. My stance is still that the book part of libraries, the book part specifically, seems ridiculous. The rest of the stuff is great.
Did you read any of the things people sent to you about it? Why the book parts are important?
Yeah, they're like, it's other stuff. It's like computers and career stuff. And I agree with all that. That stuff is great. But the
books
like physical books.
No, but sometimes people don't have access to things like tablets and Kindles to get ebooks. So they need physical books to read. Maybe
the library can lend out tablets and Kindles.
Or maybe they can't. Or maybe some people. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a librarian. I don't work in a library. Never have. Never will.
You will never be a librarian. You literally could never be a librarian.
You know, doctors came from me. So Doctors Without Borders.
Doctors came from me.
From me. My antibiotics.
Oh, bitch! That was just regular old people. I don't think you had to have a degree in medicine or be a pharmacist to know that you should finish your antibiotics.
I'm not a nurse. I'm not a medical doctor.
But I have a fierce queen.
But I'm an effective queen.
It was really great to see her at the We're Here premiere.
Oh my God. I just torn with Alyssa. Alyssa is, oh my God. So we're on the bus, right? I don't know how. First of all, I love touring with Alyssa because Alyssa is very funny to me, especially because Naomi knows this. I love chaos. Like I like being on tours and like chaos happens. I think it just cracks me up when people like there's like meltdowns or whatever. Well, this is very funny, and we would go to Barry's boot camp every morning together, whatever city we were in. And then one night on the bus, I don't know how, but we got on the topic of polyamory. Blew Alyssa's mind.
Oh, yeah,
she could not process it. She was like, "So baby, so now." So now what I hear is that you playing in my face. You want to bring diseases to me. That's is what I'm hearing. She was just going, and I was like, listen, no.
That is such an extreme.
It was so funny.
Well, I was talking to her. I went backstage. So we did me, Jacob, and Ezra all went to the Christmas tour, Christmas Queen show, Drag Queen Christmas, and Trinity for some reason literally pointed
within the
at,
first.
Yeah, Trinity does this thing. I mean, I can't speak for her future tours, but on this Christmas tour, every time Trinity comes out, she asks them to bring up the house lights. I mean, like literally, she like, hey everybody, how y'all doing? Bring up the house lights, and then she'll leave stage. She'll introduce the next girl, come out, and she'll go, wait, bring up these house lights again. And it got to the point where every time she came out, they would just bring up the house lights because she kept. I don't know. It was
she loved the house lights. I was making a joke. I was like, listen, for Christmas, y'all, everyone get her a light bulb. We should get her a light bulb for Christmas.
Yeah, bring up these house lights. So she was like, "Who's here? Who's here?" I heard Bob the drag queen's here. And then she's like, she couldn't find me. She's like, where's Bob? So then people around me see me. So they start pointing to me, and then everyone else. And then next thing you know, like everyone's like, so she's like, oh, Bob's right there. Hi, Bob. And I was like, oh, that is weird behavior. So during the intermission, Monet was like, if you want Bob, you can come on stage. So I ran and I got on stage. And I went back there, and Alyssa was back there. She goes down, Miss Bob, baby, I heard that you had two boyfriends. You wait, hold on, whoa, hold on. I now heard that you had two partners. You got two partners? And I said, yeah, I have two boyfriends. They're both here. Now, which one is your main partner? Or something. I said, no, they're both my partner. They're both here tonight. Oh my God. Oh my God. They are both here tonight. And it was literally like, I just told her that I like, solve the common, like cure the common cold or something.
Yeah, it's wild. She can't process it. She's like, oh baby, no, I can't. It's not for me, baby.
Are you and Andy open yet?
We're not open.
I said yet. When are y'all gonna open up?
I don't know.
When are you opening your borders? What if someone really fine is in the comments and they want to slide in?
No.
But then maybe you'll have a conversation about you want to open up because it's a really beautiful person.
I'm not interested in that.
What if they are like? What if
not interested.
What if Michael B. Jordan?
Not interested. I'm not interested in that right now. Bob, I could.
If Michael B. Jordan.
Pass.
Yeah.
I'm currently committed to my partner right now. We're not open, so I'm not interested. That's not it. That's just a fact, babe.
And you're like just not interested in like.
Can I tell you what it is?
You don't have eyes for anyone now.
I didn't say I don't have eyes for anyone. I'm just saying what it is that we are super committed to each other in this moment. And what I have noticed is that I was trivializing sex so much before because sex was such an easy thing to get. But you can go online, you can go on Grindr, you can get sex anywhere. And also, nice. And you know this, being on the show and stuff, people, whatever, they want to
get a sluggity server,
canoodle you or whatever. And committing to just having sex with this person and making that special again. And I fucking love it. Because again, I was just having so much meaningless sex before. It was so crazy to me.
How much meaningless sex were you having?
I was having a lot of meaningless sex. But so making sex special again and just having with that person, I love it. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Love it.
Well, sorry, Michael B. Jordan. Please sashay away.
What do you think your number is in your whole life so far?
Maybe like
more than a 500?
No. Jesus Christ, no.
Bob.
No.
Bob.
No.
Your number is less than 500?
Yes.
No way. Bob, you have a lot of sex.
Honestly, comment below if you give me that sluggy serpentry.
You've had a lot of sex. I know you have.
Not more than 500, Monet. That's a lot of people.
That seems like a lot of people, but Bob,
it's between 100 and 200.
Yeah, I would say about the same.
For me.
Yeah, for me, probably about that.
Yeah. That's a lot of people, though.
I mean,
you ever see people online being like, what's your body count? They're like, oh my God, I'm a slut. 20. I'm like,
20. Girl,
that
no.
Girl.
No.
Fire Island weekend, girl.
Right.
Girl, a cruise, girl. Girl. To quote Eureka, girl.
Yeah. I would say probably like a little over 100, maybe.
You think you're closer to 100 or closer to 200?
I'm probably right a bit.
But I also don't think it's that weird for queer people our age to have that many partners.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? I think that for cis hets, this is probably very strange behavior.
You think?
Yes.
Not now.
I think so.
I think cis het people nowadays, I don't, because again, I am older, so I know more people who are married. But a lot of my cis het married friends, they have not a lot. Okay, maybe not a lot. at least 5 or 6 of them, they have open marriages. Where
how many cisgender heterosexual people do you know?
I went to college.
Bitch, I went to college too. Don't you ever try to read me again.
And
I went to college too. We also went to an art school.
Yeah, but it was a choir school, and there were a lot of cishet people in choir school because
I met your fucking straight guy friends.
What straight guy friends?
So, you remember? I can't remember who I met one time. I don't know who it was, but he was like, Bob the drag queen heavy. Me and Monet went to choir school. Like, oh yes, he had it.
Julius.
And then whoever that person was, okay, I'm not saying that. That person left, and then when I was like, yeah, he's straight. And I was like, I'm sorry. What? He was like, oh, Miss Holly, baby boop, boop, skiddly doop. And I'm not saying there's a way.
No, it wasn't that. It was someone else from. Yeah, I know who.
I was dumbfounded. I was floored.
I think he randomly came out to the club one time, and I was like, oh my God.
But girl, he was one of the girls. Mm-hmm. He was a material girl.
Yeah.
And when it was like, well, he identifies as straight. And I'm not saying
he did back then. I don't know where he's at now. I don't know his life, but he did back then.
She was wild.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Anyway,
he's a real good pianist.
Is he?
Yeah.
But
anyway.
All right. Well,
wait, should we get into play? Should Sibling Rivalry do like a classical song? Because I think you have the foundational principles. You don't have the principles. I think you have the foundational things to have a really strong classical voice. I really do. When you don't do it because you start fucking up your own shit. You just had voice surgery. Last time you spent the whole rest of the podcast. Monet, I'm telling you not to do it. And Monet, why didn't you tell me? Anyway, I think that you have the tools to build a healthy classical voice. I really do.
Thank you. Oh, that compliment caught my cheek. That your ring caught me. That compliment. I think that I want you and I to do. I wanted to be for the Disney episode, but we just never did it. But I wanted you and I to each do a Disney song.
Oh yeah, we should.
And I wanted to cover because I know
which one do you want to do? Be prepared.
No, I don't think I wanted it to be that, but now I don't anymore. Now I want it to be either Under the Sea or Be Our Guest.
I think Under the Sea will be better for you. I never thought of hyenas essential and unspeakably plain.
They're cruel and unspeakably
and unspeakably plain.
But maybe they've a glimmer of potential if allied with my vision and brain.
I know that your powers of retention
anyway, listen,
are as wet as a warthog's backside. But we're talking kings and succession.
But thick as you are, pay attention.
Can I tell you something really cute, really quick?
Are a matter of pride.
Really cute. Okay, so one of me and Annie's first dates or whatever, right? We went out to dinner and we rode back home and we played Be Prepared and screamed it in the streets together.
So one of my favorite things to do is drive in the car with Jacob, and then Jacob loves singing.
I never heard Jacob sing.
Jacob doesn't sing for a lot of people. I feel very special to be able to hear Jacob singing. But Jacob, he be singing. So he's gonna kill me for that. But Jacob be singing. So one day when we first moved to LA, we rented a car to go see Drive and Drag, and then
with Kennedy and Cass.
Yeah. And I was like, well, we have the car. Let's just drive around. And we were like, yeah. And we drive around listening to musicals, and Jacob was singing. And he sings and does sign language while he sings.
Oh, I can do Jacob. Okay, some of you know what song this is.
This is great for our listening audience.
I got some words of those.
Maybe every night in my dreams I see you. I that's what
Jacob is dragging Monet right now.
Okay, to be fair, I learned this in 7th grade. I don't know how much I remember, but that's what Miss Negri taught us. Miss Negri was me and Kamika's 7th grade English teacher. Miss Negri was white as hell.
Change the name, mama. Change the name. It ain't worth it. Don't do it.
Miss Negri, she was obsessed with the Titanic. And
people were like, Negri, please. Negri, please. Negri, please.
Miss Negri. And she was obsessed with Titanic, bitch, for a whole like chunk of our year, from like September to like November, all about that Titanic. And this is English class. I'm like, should we be learning like syntax and pronouns? Anyway, yeah. So she taught us how to sign "My Heart Will Go On" because it's from the Titanic.
We come back from the break. Tell us Celine Dion's best song.
Okay.
All right. What is Celine Dion's best song? Like when you're like, this woman's voice is
The Power of Love.
Power of
For
Love.
sure. The Power of Love.
When she go, but also All By Myself is pretty close.
Oh
When
yeah.
she goes. Then she goes, oh,
Yeah.
about
Can you do it?
myself.
Oh no, don't do it.
Yeah,
Do it right.
but I also love when she goes, the sound of your heart beating.
I love when you sing.
Suddenly.
Also, you sing certain things and you become West Indian. You're like, make clear. What
The feeling that I can't go on is light years away.
Just so y'all, Jacob. Oh, that was really good. Jacob is like,
Sometimes Jacob goes, when I'll say or do something and Jacob goes, I don't think that's good for the thrusty.
the thrusty.
Yeah, I said that. I don't
Okay,
think
I have a
that's
controversial opinion. And Jay thinks I'm wild. He's like, what is wrong with you? Tell me how you feel about this.
good. Okay.
Celine Dion's, what's the song her and they both, that she took from Tina, not to, the Tina Turner song.
River Deep Mountain High.
I think
It's
Celine
better.
Dion's is better.
It's better.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Jay is like, you're crazy. I'm like, I'm sorry. And I love Tina Turner, but Celine Dion's River Deep Mountain High, I just think it's better. She does it better than
They're going to
Tina.
drag us.
Oh, we're going to hate black people. We hate black women, apparently, from this comment.
And we worship whiteness.
Yeah.
But Celine's River Deep Mountain High is a better rendition.
I'm sorry about it.
It is very good.
It's so
And
good.
I will say this. Let me maybe not say it is a better rendition. I prefer to listen to Celine Dion's rendition of River Deep Mountain High. I think there's a lot of things going on in there as well. Like, I think that it's because it is recorded significantly later.
Agreed.
And I think that the specific quality of Tina's River Deep Mountain High is like, it wasn't the highest quality thing that Tina Turner ever recorded. It was really, the recording was just a little bit lo-fi.
Yeah.
And I think that obviously Celine Dion has way more range than Tina Turner.
Yeah.
Tina Turner is more of a performer.
Yeah.
And Celine Dion is more of a vocalist.
I also think this way about Celine Dion again.
Celine Dion is one of the best singers alive.
Her Dance with My Father again. Not Dance with My Father. It's Dance with My Father. There's not. It's another song. She did. Maybe, I don't know. There's another Celine Dion song that she covered from someone. And I was like, oh my God. Oh, Natural Woman, Aretha Franklin. Aretha Franklin is Celine Dion.
Oh, Aretha Franklin.
No, Celine Dion.
No. You're wrong on this one.
Oh, no, bitch.
No.
I'm correct.
Aretha Franklin, her voice was just.
Oh, it was.
Listen to Aretha Franklin sing. Oh yeah, Natural Woman, looking out on the morning ray.
Celine's is great too.
It also when
I love this. You also do this. You are someone's black mama. Oh, baby, y'all are ready for the baby.
And when Aretha Franklin was sing, for me, my favorite song of her was
Never Loved the Man.
Since You've Been Gone.
Oh, it's a really good one too.
Like Aretha Franklin, it's not Kelly Clarkson. Since You've Been Gone. It was
Aretha Franklin.
Since you've been how's Kelly's go again? Since you've been gone. No, Aretha Franklin's like, since you've been gone. Why'd you do it? Baby, sweet baby.
Yeah.
There's something that I just got to say.
I mean, it's not one of her best ones. She has so many to choose from.
I mean, Aretha Franklin, her voice. I remember my mom had a Aretha Franklin's Greatest Hits album.
Mm-hmm.
And repeat. This CD must have been fucking, it was fucked. I listened to it so many times. I love her voice. I do think that Celine has one of the best voices alive right now.
Great voice,
especially in her prime.
Yeah,
but I do think that Aretha's rendition of Natural Woman was better.
But
also, this is comparing like someone who is known as a vocalist with someone who's known as a vocalist, whereas Tina Turner is a singer.
She's a more performer.
She's a singer who performs. She I feel like.
She's a performer who sings. You mean?
Well, I mean, I think that what I'm saying now is kind of splitting hairs, but like, I think like a singer and a vocalist. Like Celine Dion is a vocalist.
Yeah.
And Tina Turner is a singer.
Like J Hud is a vocalist.
Is a vocalist. Whitney Houston, a vocalist. Mariah Carey. I was hanging out with the Ritzes, and I was just like, Mariah Carey is just like, we are so lucky to be alive at the same time as Mariah Carey.
That's how I felt about Whitney Houston.
And then I was like, what do you guys think about Mariah Carey? And they were like, she's fine. I was like, Mariah Carey is, if I heard Mariah Carey sing in person, I would start crying. I know.
Really?
If I heard Mariah Carey singing, I would start crying.
Tell everybody what you did with Kesha.
I cried during the Kesha concert.
What song?
Not praying. Nope.
What song?
Blow.
I didn't see Blow, but I was like, this place about to blow.
I mean, literally. I was like, backdoor crack, we don't need a key.
Oh my God.
For free. Oh
That's how I would be. If I went to a Brandy concert, Brandy was the first CD I ever purchased. Brandy would make me do that. I love Brandy.
In my room.
It was Never Say Never. It was, I played that album. What I would do, I would listen to the album. It was on my old, the Walkman, the one that had like the blue thing with the little green jelly things on it. I had that CD player. And I would listen to Have You Ever loved somebody so much it made you cry? I listened to that, Bob. When I tell you, I would be crying. Bitch, what am I crying about? Have you ever loved some bitch? I ain't never loved nobody. I would be in my bed bawling. Listen to that song.
You want to really hear what I used to cry to? You're gonna really
what?
You're gonna be like, bitch.
What?
I used to cry to the album The New Nation by Kirk Franklin.
Wait, well, what's on that Stomp?
Yeah. And Do You Want a Revolution? Whoop, whoop. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I don't really know that album.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Is that My Life, My Love, My All on it too?
You heard about him cussing his kid out?
Oh, yeah. People were mad. We talk about it. People were mad about it. I'm like, no, bitch, you don't know what his kid is raggedy.
I almost always, I don't want to say always have the parent, but I'm like, what did that kid do? What did that fucking kid do? So we're supposed to talk about superheroes.
Yeah, we're talking about superheroes.
And you know what? Singers are like superheroes.
Why you ain't do the transition before you looked it up? Now I'm not impressed.
Singers are like superheroes.
I will say that. Music can save, we're going back to music. I'm about to say music can save someone's life. No, the musicians are the superhero. Musicians are superheroes.
I mean, I feel like we could talk about music, but I feel like you're going to come from a much more informed place. I'm like a fan and you're a musician.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, I'm just a fan of music.
But I think everyone in this world experiences music. Like everyone has a lot of opinions about music. Music,
yeah, for sure.
I can go to school and learn how to
Is there any kind of music that you're like, I'm not listening to that?
Death metal or like that heavy, I don't hear the music in that. I know, I'm not saying there isn't. For me, when I listen to like music that like death, hard metal, that just like screaming, I'm like, where is the music?
Are you familiar with System of a Down?
I am familiar with them and I don't like their music.
System of a Down has some bops.
Like what?
Like banana, terracotta pie. Is there a perfect way of holding it, baby? The vicinity of my eyes. Terracotta pie. Yeah, terracotta pie. Yeah, terracotta pie. Yeah, terracotta pie. That's a pretty good song.
I don't know that. I don't want that.
You should listen to them. On the way home today, listen to them.
I know.
You've never driven me around. Will you take me to get food after this?
I'm not coming back here, but you get an Uber.
Take me to get food, then drop me back off here.
No. I got shit to do.
What? What do you have to do at 10 o'clock at night? You only fucking one person and he busy. We already talked. So what do you have to do? Take me to get food. We're going to Dave's Hot.
Not Dave's Hot.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm always eating healthy tomorrow. Every day is tomorrow.
Okay, superheroes. Are you DC or Marvel?
Yeah, I want to talk about music though.
We can.
I'm Marvel, but my favorite is Batman.
Why?
Okay.
I don't understand why there's so many Batman movies. People are obsessed with Batman. For what?
They are
this plain boring ass nigga.
They are the best movies. Batman movies.
No. Avengers Endgame would like to have a conversation. Avengers Infinity War would like to have Doctor Strange would like to have a conversation with you.
First of all, they consider the fucking children's table what they can do.
Bitch,
why me and Bruce Wayne have a little chit chat arena.
Go ahead. Talk about why you like Batman.
Okay, Batman has the best villains. Oh my god! And
I will agree, he has good villains.
And the mythology around Batman, the backstory is so good.
This rich nigga that his parents died, so now he's a vigilante. I know all superheroes are vigilantes,
they're all vigilantes,
but he's more so because he ain't got no power.
Punisher. Punisher's a cop.
Punisher is. Was he a cop?
Punisher said Blue Lives Matter, girl. Punisher's a full-on cop.
I'm surprised. So that's why you like Batman, because you like rich people. Batman is Elon Musk. If Elon Musk's parents died and he wanted to avenge him, he saw that he made his own little superhero suit. That's Batman.
Elon Musk is a little more like the Kingpin.
Elon Musk is Batman.
Than Batman, actually.
Elon Musk is closer to Batman and then Kingpin.
No. Elon Musk is a villain.
Some people will view Batman as a villain.
Well, he's a criminal.
For sure.
He's definitely a criminal. What he's doing is not legal. But he's also working with the cops.
But are you talking about that whole stint when he wasn't? When the cops were like, Batman is an enemy of the city?
But he's always an enemy of the city, and he's always friends with Commissioner Gordon.
He's not always enemy of the city. There's a point where the people love Batman. And he's like their savior.
But he's still not allowed to do what he's doing. He's not allowed to do that. And he and Commissioner Gordon...
Except when he went to the Justice League. The Justice League, they were allowed to do that.
He and Commissioner Gordon have been buddies. He is aligned with the cops, for sure. But also, I think what it really boils down to is that the Joker himself is, in my opinion, the best villain in the history of like comic books, superhero movies. It's because I think it's the mystery around him, the lore around him. He seems unbeatable, because I feel like the thing about beating a villain isn't about like stopping them or shutting them down or like, it's about like stopping what they want to do, like making it where they can't do the thing they want to do. And all the Joker wants to do is create chaos.
No, he wants to kill Batman.
Not necessarily.
Yes,
because in several comics and several movies, he's like, I don't actually want to kill you.
No, that's not true. Did you watch Dark Knight Rise? Did you watch The Dark Knight?
Yeah, he goes, I don't want to kill you.
But
he says out loud, I don't want to kill you.
But he wants to make his life miserable, and he didn't succeed at that.
Yeah, but you say he wants to kill him. He doesn't necessarily want to kill the Batman.
But he's not succeeding.
He tells the criminals that he wants to kill the Batman. Mm-hmm. But also, it's not even about It's not about killing Batman. He's telling the criminal that he wants to kill Batman because he wants to scam them. He wants to just take their money and like burn. And he doesn't even want the money. That's the thing. He's not motivated by money. He's not motivated by death. He just has his like crazy schemes that he wants to pull off one by one.
That's also the Riddler. The Riddler is the Riddler just likes having fun. He likes making people puzzled.
Whereas Poison Ivy, she is like here for vengeance for plants.
Yeah.
She's like she's like a...
Is that Charles Door?
I don't think so.
Okay.
You always think someone's in someone's house.
That's because Annie don't lock doors. I'm on edge.
We lock doors over here.
Yeah.
We lock doors, Henny.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
But she's like a environmentalist gone wild.
Yeah.
Like she's like, well, you hugging trees, nigga. You fucking,
but she fucking trees.
And just all like not all the villains. Like I don't really get what's up with the crocodile man. What's his name? Croc.
Is that Batman or is that Spider-Man? The Croc.
Killer Croc. He's a little kind of like, all right, this is
the shark one too. What a stupid villain.
But the Penguin also.
Danny DeVito's Penguins
was great.
Chef's
It's
kiss.
terrified me as a child.
There's a new one coming out.
You know who?
You know Robert Pattinson is about to be the new Batman. Have you seen the trailer for it?
Who's Robert Pattinson?
The guy from Twilight, Edward.
Oh, I didn't watch.
There's a whole new Batman series coming out, and he's a Batman. It's like 3. It's like Catwoman, played by Zoe Kravitz. Penguin.
I was in a movie with Zoe Kravitz.
I know.
What's the movie then?
A Rough Night. I know your whole career better than you do, bitch.
Do you?
Zoe Kravitz is a Catwoman. Someone is a Penguin, and there's a Riddler. It's like 4 of the villains, and it's crazy. You haven't seen the trailer for this? And you love Batman so much.
Trailer?
Yes.
Let's watch this real quick. Oh.
It looks good.
Listen, nowadays everything is online. We live on the internet, honey. It is really important to me that my website look as fabulous as I do. Now, making a website can be hard, but I found a perfect home at Squarespace. Squarespace uses incredibly intuitive designs to help you build your website. You can build your dream website without knowing anything about codes or computers. I am not tech savvy. I am not a computer whiz, but I made my own website. Squarespace has a really great and easy to understand analytics tool to help you gain powerful insights into who's visiting your website and how they're interacting with your content, including page views, traffic sources, time on site, most read content, audience geography, and more. They also take care of buying and managing your domain name and make linking to your website super easy. Now, buying a domain from Squarespace is simple because there's no hidden fees or price hikes. Each domain comes with an ad-free parking page and free WHOIS privacy on eligible domains. What more could you ask for? Squarespace also has great SEO tools and takes the guesswork out of search engine optimization for your website, which means you'll get found and searched by more people more often. Now, for me, it's been very helpful with selling merch because there's a lot of fake knockoff Bob the drag queen merch out there, Bob the faux queen, and I see you all, and we're sending cease and desist. But with Squarespace, I am confident that my merch is always at the top of that list. Squarespace has the tools you need to get your business off the ground, including e-commerce templates, inventory management, a simple checkout process, and secure payments. Whatever you sell, Squarespace has merchandising features to make your product look their best online. Head to Squarespace for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/rivalry. That's squarespace.com/rivalry to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Monet,
And
are we back? You cannot watch that trailer and tell me that any Marvel movie has ever come close to that.
Yes. Well,
You
also,
can't.
but here's the thing. They're telling two different stories. How DC tells them, obviously, is a bit darker.
Not always.
Not always,
because
but
when
that's
Chris
what they
Columbus
choose.
was directing them. So the Batman franchise.
Christopher Nolan, you mean? You said Christopher Columbus?
No, Chris Columbus did direct Batman movies.
No, Christopher Nolan.
Chris Columbus directed Batman movies. Chris Columbus also directed.
Are you thinking the new, like, The Dark Knight?
No. Chris Columbus directed the one with why y'all cackling. He directed the Harry Potter movies. He directed Rent, and he directed the ones with like Jim Carrey in it. Nigga.
I thought that was Tim Burton.
No, Tim Burton directed the one with Michelle Pfeiffer, Danny DeVito, and the one with Jack Nicholson.
I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty sure they were Christendom. Dark Knight.
I don't see a Batman on.
Christopher
Columbus directed America.
Chris Columbus, Batman.
He directed a lot of the ones you named, but I don't see Batman on here.
He directed the Batman films. If you Google Chris Columbus Batman,
He found America.
he did Harry Potter, he did Rent, and he did the rise of like the really campy Batman movies. Chris Columbus started
Batman
that.
Forever.
I don't
with
think
George Clooney.
I don't think he finished them all, but he did the Batman films.
Is it on there?
Batman Forever was Joel Schumacher?
Wait. Hey Google. Did Chris Columbus direct Batman?
What was it like in 84 Batman films?
Well, anyway, whatever. Jacob can look it up.
No, I'm telling you, he did not.
He did not. Jacob did look it up. Your claims are unsubstantiated.
To quote anti-vaxxer, I'm gonna do my own research. But y'all were acting like there was nobody named Chris Columbus making movies.
No one said that. We said we had that reaction to Batman, which is what you said. Did you like the Dark Knight Rise? The Dark Knight.
Dark Knight Rises is
That's the one with Bane.
best. No, sorry.
That's Wikipedia with this.
Well, just fine. We'll do it in a second. I'm not gonna stop and read the whole thing. Dark Knight, not Dark Knight Rises, but wait,
The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight is
Joker.
hands down the best superhero movie
Yeah.
of all time. This
So it's a
movie
very good movie.
was insanely good.
It was very good.
I remember going to watch it at midnight.
He was just such a good Joker in the way that he painted the Joker in a way I never thought.
And
to
who
think
was
of.
Batman during that one?
Christian Bale.
Bale.
Yeah.
The one who him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
get back to the.
I did not love him as the Joker. I mean, as Batman. The voice was doing too much.
It was doing a lot.
Yeah, the voice was doing it was a lot. The grunting, I wasn't into that. But Heath Ledger, and no one thought Heath Ledger would be good. Can you make this font bigger, baby? No one thought Heath Ledger would be good in that film. People, because he was the guy from The Princess Bride or something.
No, people knew because of Brokeback Mountain, because he had all that critical acclaim from Brokeback Mountain. So people knew he could go there. I think so.
I thought people were shocked because people were shocked, but I was shocked. I'll put it that way. I was shocked. Can't speak for people. I was shocked. But man, was that movie just for me? That was the game changer. When I was like, because before that I was more into Spider-Man movies. I was way more into Spider-Man movies at the time.
Do you know how much Tobey Maguire got paid to do Spider-Man? The first one he made $5 million. The second one he made $17.5 million, and the third one I forgot how much he made, but it was in that realm. Do you know how much fucking the new boy, Tom Holland's making?
How much?
He's made $1 million the first one. Tobey Maguire got in that bag because Tobey Maguire on the second Spider-Man, he got a back end deal, which he got 7.5% of the box office.
I'm pretty sure that the highest paid. I'm pretty sure I know who the highest paid actor in Hollywood is.
Who? Oh, I know who. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The Rock.
Yeah. He makes crazy money.
Why?
I think it's because he's in huge blockbusters. Like all of his movies. I don't know, because his movies sell a lot. I don't know. Is it not him anymore? Has he been dethroned?
I have another question. Can you guess who the highest paid superhero actor is?
Oh, the highest paid superhero actor? I'm going to guess Iron Man. Him.
I'm gonna say it's. Oh, you think it's Robert Downey Jr.?
Robert Downey Jr.
I'm gonna say Chris Pratt. Let me think about the answer. But in the meantime, I just watched the trailer and it looks so good. I don't know who that is playing the Penguin, but
the new Robert Pattinson Batman.
Yeah, whoever playing the Penguin, oh my God, he's doing a great job. Zoe Kravitz looks absolutely stunning.
Good.
They didn't really show the Riddler.
They didn't, because that's probably gonna be the big one.
Who's bigger than all these names?
I would say not big in terms of celebrity. It's probably like the mains, because these movies have like the main villain. Yeah, it's probably gonna be the Riddler.
Oh, it was so
because I love Jim Carrey. Do you remember Jim Carrey's Riddler?
Do I remember?
It was very campy though.
Yeah. That was during whoever this guy who apparently wasn't Chris Columbus it was when Arnold Schwarzenegger was Mr. Freeze.
So
it was
stupid.
when Uma Thurman was Poison Ivy. It was when who's the guy from Men in Black?
Men in Black. Oh, Tom Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones was Two-Face.
Yeah.
Who else am I forgetting?
There were so many villains in that.
Those are all different. Michelle Pfeiffer. That was Tim Burton.
Freeze and
Poison Ivy were one movie,
and then Tommy Lee Jones and
Two-Face and
Penguin.
No. There's only been. I think Danny DeVito's been the only Penguin so far.
Yeah. Okay. Who's the highest paid actor?
So overall, it's like if you think it's Iron Man, but actually the highest one would be Michael Douglas in Ant-Man.
Really?
You mean like for one time, one gig? Michael Douglas,
but he's not a superhero. So it's not
Ant-Man's a superhero.
No, but it was not, Michael Douglas played the father. He wasn't Ant-Man. Ant-Man was what's his name? That guy that Trixie loves. Yeah, Paul Rudd.
Oh, yeah. Wait, the dad and Ant-Man got paid more than Ant-Man?
I mean, he's Michael Douglas. He's a fucking blockbuster. He's a big star.
Yeah, but I mean, so is Paul Rudd.
Michael Douglas has a longer career than Paul Rudd.
Yeah,
has done way more things.
Yeah, I think it's not necessarily about who's been doing it the longest. Who has the biggest box office pool? I mean, Meryl Streep's been acting way longer than The Rock, but yet somehow he gets paid more per movie.
Because he's a man. Misogyny.
Probably.
If you were a superhero, based on your personality, what do you think your power would be?
I don't think I'd have a power. I feel like I'd be a hero. If I had a superpower, why are you making that face?
Go ahead, I'm listening.
What are you insinuating?
I'm listening.
No, I want to know. What
can you finish? I'll say after you finish.
I'll finish after you finish.
You don't get to make the rules, bitch.
You make the rules now.
What's your power?
So you're making the rules.
Can I ask your question first?
What are we, third graders? I went first. Man.
What's your power?
Can you tell him what you think his power would be first?
I think your power would be...
I just want to call something slick you just did. You see, the difference is not saying if you had superpower, what would your power be? When they said, if you were a supervillain, what would your power be? Yes, you do. Why would I be a villain?
I did not say villain.
Run the tapes. Why would I be a villain?
I did not say villain.
Run the tapes. Why would I be a villain?
I did not say villain.
Run the tapes. Why would I be a villain?
Oh my God, you're gaslighting me. I know I did not say villain.
Run the tapes.
I don't think you're a villain. I did not say that. Maybe it was a Freudian slip. I did not say villain.
But did you not say it, or was it a Freudian slip?
I did not say it.
Anyways.
If you were a superhero, I don't know what your power would be. I don't know.
I feel like if I were going to be a villain, I'll go with that track first. I don't think I would have a power. I think I'd be more of a something along the lines of like what the Joker does or what the Riddler does. Like, they don't have any powers. They're just really into mind games. They're just really into like manipulating in mind games. And if I had a superpower, it'd be mind control.
Like Professor X. But you would not be Class 5. You'd be more like Emma Frost. Her type of man.
Okay, first of all, if I had a superpower and I was in some sort of a DC realm, I would absolutely be in charge of things. I would be Professor X. I'd be running the show.
Class 5 is not DC. Class 5 is Marvel. Marvel has classes.
I'm just letting you know that I would be running things.
No, you wouldn't.
Who do you think I am? Some little B character? No, I'm fully in charge of things. And even like the movie's not about Professor X, but he's in charge. That would be me. You can be little Miss Ingenue.
Bitch, Ingenue, these nuts.
You can be little I just got my powers and by the end of the movie they evolve, but for right now I just can't figure them out.
Oh,
that's you.
I would be Class 5 for sure.
So what's your power?
I think I would have super speed. I'll be like Pietro.
Why super speed?
I'm just fast.
Are you particularly fast?
Yeah.
Like running?
Yeah. Yeah. No, nigga, at fucking jogging.
I don't know this to be true.
I'm fast.
Like you're known for being fast.
Or I'll be like Rogue. I feel like I'll be someone that could absorb people's powers. I'll take your little traits.
And why is that? Because you're a copycat? Because you've been copying off me since your whole career?
I knew you were
actually, that makes a lot of sense. Actually.
I just gave you that joke. Be Rogue. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, you'd be Rogue, honey. You're not. I don't think you're fast.
I am fast.
You're not slow, but we've raced and like you beat me, but like barely. And
I beat you.
And I won't put this. I am very slow.
You're not slow.
I am a very slow runner.
No, you're not slow.
You were not a mile ahead of me.
Wow,
you
I beat
barely
you.
beat me. Yes, you beat me. We're all agreeing you beat me. I am very
Where's
slow.
the proof that it was just this much? Where's this proof?
You just admitted. You just called me fast. You were like, you're fast.
I see, yeah, you're fast, and I beat you by a big margin.
I'm telling y'all, I'm not a fast runner. I was the slowest runner in my family. Hands down. I have always been a slow runner. I look like I'd be running fast. I look very tall, and I am not a fast runner. I'm a very slow runner. Notoriously slow.
Anyway, what
villain do you want to play?
What villain would I want to play? Ooh, I would like to play. I'm thinking about drag. I would like to play like a Catwoman. She's just so slippery and very like. And I like talking like.
I honestly don't think there's been a bad Catwoman. Wait.
Hallie.
But I don't think it was her fault. It was the movie.
Yeah, it was a movie, but she was not a great Catwoman.
Yeah, it was that movie. That movie was
Michelle
really
Pfeiffer
weird.
was great.
So good. Eartha Kitt, great.
Eartha was great.
Michelle Pfeiffer, great.
Anne
Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway was good.
Great.
And Zoe looks great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like Catwoman, and
I want to see BBL Catwoman. I want to see a thick ass Catwoman.
I also don't think there's been a bad Joker. Well, a lot of people say that Jared Leto wasn't great.
I love the Joker movie. Did you like the Joker movie?
Jared Leto did a Joker movie?
That was Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah,
Joaquin. Who? Oh, Jared Leto in the Suicide Squad. I didn't watch the Suicide Squad, so I don't know.
I watched it. He was fine. I mean, Jared Leto was such a small part of that movie, like a very small. Like Joker, like in the trailer, they really made it look like he was like the end of the trailer. He was like, "I'm just gonna hurt you real bad."
Yeah,
and they made it look like. But I mean, he was a teeny weeny part of that movie.
Yeah.
And Joaquin Phoenix was
so good,
amazing.
The scene when he gets, the scene when he goes in the fridge, that was completely improv.
I didn't know this.
Yes, there's a whole thing about it online. I was like, imagine, like
he's like he'd be uncomfortable to be around when he's acting.
Oh yeah, like he goes there.
I'm like, I'll see you when you're done.
Imagine dating him.
I'll see the rap party.
You imagine dating him, and that's because he probably goes home with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I don't want. I wouldn't want that in my life. But I think we move the table.
Yeah, he's probably at home like laughing at you, like
right. But I mean, Jack Nicholson was so good.
Jack Nicholson was a good Joker.
Heath Ledger was so good.
Oh, so good.
Joaquin Phoenix, so good. Yeah. Mark Hamill did the cartoon. So that famous Joker laugh that we're always hearing from the cartoon is Mark Hamill, who is also Han Solo. No. Luke Skywalker, I mean.
Got it.
And he did the voice of the Joker for the cartoon. Hello, Batsy. Like that whole thing.
Why do you think Marvel movies blow DC movies out the water, like box office appeal? Because they're more kid friendly.
Yeah, they're more kid friendly, and I think that Marvel has more successful characters than DC.
I wouldn't say that. Like who? I mean
DC has Batman and Superman.
Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman.
Yeah, but I don't think that's quite like they have X-Men, which is like X-Men itself is like 5 or like at least 5 very big characters.
But I think that's because of the movies. Like before, I wouldn't call all these like Doctor Strange, Shang-Chi, Black Man.
No,
I would not call these.
Those are big, but I think that X-Men has a lot of characters that people really love. I think there's also,
but it's one franchise.
But then those people are now all getting, not all, but like getting movies and stuff.
Not from X-Men. No, X-Men is the only thing. Like all these other ones, like Shang-Chi, for example, fucking broke box office records. And I just saw it. Shang-Chi is so fucking good.
Jacob's trying to get me to watch Shang-Chi.
Oh, you gotta watch it. It's so good. Do you agree, Jacob? Oh, I loved it.
You know what it was? I watched one Marvel movie and I was like, there was one particular Marvel movie I watched and I was just like, I think I'm good.
Which one?
It was the one
Black
where
Panther, you hate black people.
No, it was Spider-Man when he goes to like the DC and they're like in the elevator and then like I think it was
Spider-Man goes to DC.
Maybe Homecoming. Maybe it wasn't DC. They went on a school field trip or something.
Oh, Spider-Man it was Homecoming. Yeah,
Homecoming. And I was just kind of like, I'm just not into this.
That was you said it was the only. Wait,
no, I saw that one, and after seeing that Marvel movie, I was kind of like, I'm just not into like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like the vibe of it. I don't like where it's going.
Well, that's because those Spider-Mans were different. This new series of Spider-Man, they're different than.
Wasn't that Tom Holland?
Yeah, it was Tom Holland. They're different.
So he's still Spider-Man.
Yeah, they're different than the old, like the Tobey Maguire and the Andrew Garfield. What everyone knows.
Tobey Maguire was it?
Oh, because
Great.
those weren't as pitched so at such a young age as like the Tobey Maguire ones were for 20s, 30s.
And when I felt like I watched Tom Holland, I was like, this is not for me. This is for children. This is for actual children. And I don't want to watch this because it didn't speak to me. Where I feel like Batman and even X-Men movies, some of them are like geared toward a slightly older audience. Yeah, which is why I just preferred them more.
So you didn't see the new Spider-Man, the No Way Home?
I've not seen it yet. No,
it's great.
I'm hearing really good things about it.
You want to go see it together?
We can go see it. And I haven't heard anything bad about Shang-Chi. But it's something. I'm just kind of like and I think that I'm trying to think about how I felt about Avengers Endgame. Like I'm trying to think about what it was about it. I was kind of just like,
what? You didn't like Endgame?
They weren't bad. It wasn't bad. You know what? I think it was. Here it is. It's dawning on me.
What?
I feel like Marvel movies are often about the spectacle, the graphics, the huge CGI battles, and DC movies are really about the acting.
Disagree.
I think DC
movies, Justice League movies, bitch, that was all about the spectacle. There was no story.
Well, Justice League, I'll give you that. But when it comes to Batman, when it comes to Superman, when it comes to Wonder Woman,
no.
I think that Wonder Woman. I think that Wonder Woman, especially the
1984.
Okay, well, we don't talk about that movie. Yeah. When we say Wonder Woman, we're talking about the first one. We will never discuss 1984. 1984 was legitimately one of the worst movies I saw that year. I watched it and I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah. Oh, so bitch, the Suicide Squad was a DC movie. Those are all about the spectacle.
I like Suicide Squad.
They're not like Batman would have telling the story. They're about the spectacle, about the battles and shit. Yeah, a little flaccid.
But okay, maybe I'm just talking about just Batman. Maybe just Batman's more about the. No, y'all can join the Patreon. You can join the Patreon. Are we talking about our dicks or our mics? You'll find out.
Did you see Eternals?
Eternals? No. What was it? Which one was that one?
It's about the Eternals.
This is the one that the fans were trying to cancel because they were.
There's the gay couple,
and there was like someone who was differently abled, and they were like, "This is the woke." Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, which I don't know. When people say stuff like that, I'm like, what is your problem? It does not detract from the story. the story is still being told. Like there's nothing like I genuinely do not understand when people get so bent out of shape about having a character be queer, having a character be deaf. Like what does that take away from the story for you?
Because someone said this, and it's so true, and this is the only explanation. Haters gonna hate. I mean, can you think of anything else? They're just haters. They literally just want to hate. They have no. It changes nothing. They just wanna.
It changes nothing.
They just want to fucking be haters. Can we talk for a little bit about one of my all-time favorite superhero shows? I don't know if you watched it, The Boys.
We watched it together.
Oh my god, I can't.
Boys is so good.
But we're gonna do a spoiler at the beginning of the episode. That fucking show. I'm bated breath and hook for the third season.
It's taking so long.
Well, I mean, one of my other favorite shows, Barry.
I know Barry.
Barry is what's his name? Bill Hader. Bill Hader plays an assassin who is trying to get out of the assassin business. Mm-hmm. So he takes an acting class. But he kind of can't get out of the business. He kind of still has to keep killing people. Because he like apparently it's a hard business to get out of.
Got it.
You know what I mean? So he can't just leave. But he falls in love with this girl, and he's like dating this girl, but he's also an assassin. But he's also in these acting classes. So he like go and kill someone, then has to run home and like finish up this scene.
Oh, that actually sounds cute.
It is.
Is it on Amazon as well?
HBO. But what I'm saying is the between the second and third season, because it got renewed, it has been over 2 years now, maybe.
That is crazy.
But I think it was COVID and
so many things have filmed and done it through COVID. But you've done 2 shows.
But we did take a season off.
Yeah, but you did a whole one.
We're here took an entire season off.
And these motherfuckers is pumping like millions of dollars. Do you know that I recently did a commercial for something, and this
Super Project.
It was for Paramount.
Confirmed.
But they did one the year before. Do you know? Guess how much they spent on the commercial, Bob? Just the scene is that it's like these
$100 million
more. The scene is these celebrities ascending.
I've seen it.
Guess how? $290 million. Like that blows my mind. 290 for a 27.
$290 million.
$290 million.
And after they paid you, what do they do with the other $1
million? I don't know. But when I hear, I'm like, for this 45-second TV spot, you would spend $290 million.
Well, I've seen the video, and I think clearly what they're spending it on is talent, because it's all green screen. They're climbing a mountain. No one's on this mountain, but the
amount of people it takes to make that, like for the day that I went to go film, the amount of people that it takes. Well, first one, this huge fucking blue. I've never been on a blue screen room. It's like a huge. I mean, it's like. I
hate to break it to you.
What?
But what the person in front of the camera is getting paid
is crazy
versus the people rent like
crazy.
The only person probably making as much money as the person in front of the camera is the director.
Right.
Like I mean, by the way, just to be clear, in Hollywood, cameramen and camera operators get paid a lot of money.
Oh, they sure do. That's what I'm saying. It takes so much money to make the thing happen. But it's still not as much
as the people, like, I mean, when you think about like The Rock, ain't no camera operator making $25 million per movie.
Yeah. And then but the funny thing, you have the director, but then behind him you have like 7 people from the brand, then you have 4 people from the this that all have to approve the one. So the director likes that shot, right? He has to go to Bob, like, hey Bob, what do you think about this? Bob is like, I think it's good. Hey Rachel, what do you think about it's like 25 people have to okay the thing that the director likes. It's crazy.
Yeah, so a lot, because the directors usually, especially this is specifically for commercial. This is not the same as when you
for a movie,
scripted movie and stuff. But when you're doing a commercial, it is all about the brand, and usually the director does not work for the brand.
Yeah,
they are being freelance just like you. Mm-hmm. So then the director has to go back and nowadays talk to a Zoom. And then there's like a laptop watching you the whole time.
With 7 people watching it.
They never have their cameras on.
Never.
They never, ever have their cameras on. And they're just sitting there looking at you. And then they go back and the person goes back. They're like, okay, 1 second. They go back and they'll talk to the Zoom with like headphones on. They come back and go, no.
Yeah. Like, okay, Bob, we love that take, but can you just try saying it with, so the person like, I love apples. Bob, we love that. Can we just get just like, this time for the apples, think of them like graham crackers. Okay. I love apples. Okay, hold on.
Well, usually with me is me really trying to push it. And I do a lot of jokes that are ridiculous. And then like, we're glad that you love apples, but can you not say oranges are shit? Do you think maybe you can say something without disparaging oranges? Is that possible? And I'm like, I'm sure I can try that for you all.
But I said that to say, I cannot imagine being on set for like a super, like, what if you got cast as a super? What if they were like, you know, there's that queer Marvel character, the X-Men, or Shade. Mm-hmm. That was modeled after myself, Vixen, and Shay, and Dax. What if they cast that and bitch, one of us is a fucking Marvel superhero?
I mean, it'd be really cool. I mean, they're gonna give it to Billy Porter.
Oh yeah, baby, you want to throw shade? Mama.
Gotta let these children know what time it is. Oh my god. I would play a hero, but I really see myself as a villain
for sure.
Like
but then again, yet if I said it earlier, I was so crazy.
Yeah, you can't say it. I can say it.
What about in the movie?
Oh my god, Jacob, shut the fuck up. But I feel like if I was gonna be a villain, if I was gonna be a Batman villain, I would want to be a Batman villain. I really would want to be. I feel deep in my core that I'd be either good at the Riddler, and I also think I would be a fucking kick-ass Two-Face. I really see that for me. I really want to be in a fucking. I feel like being in a superhero movie is honestly one of the like pinnacles of Hollywood
nowadays. Is because it's become such a big. Obviously, we had superhero movies before.
I think honestly, I'm gonna give this to Tim Burton with his first round of Batman movies.
I think this started with the X-Men. X-Men 2000 was the wave of this like huge superhero thing. We never had superhero movies like this before, but X-Men 2000 was the first X-Men movie with Halle Berry as Storm and Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. That's when we saw this huge superhero thing. But it will come now and then.
What was happening was they put a lot of big stars: Halle Berry, Patrick Stewart, Hugh Jackman,
Famke Jensen.
What is that?
Jean Grey.
Was she like really big at the time?
Is she
still big? I don't know. I hope she doesn't listen. But I feel like what happened was with the Tim Burton movies, it was the first time they were like, maybe not the first time. Please excuse me if I'm getting this wrong, but like one of the first time they were casting these massive celebrities as the villains. So you'd like wait to see, because like I feel like Christopher Reeves was made famous by being Superman,
right?
Whereas Michael Keaton was famous. And he was Batman.
Yeah.
And then Danny DeVito was famous and he was the Penguin. Michelle Pfeiffer was famous and she was the Catwoman. Jack Nicholson was already famous. And then, of course, you have Jim Carrey, Uma Thurman, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Tommy Lee Jones.
What you just say?
Your English teacher.
Miss Negri?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Do you know the Ruth Nega? We're in the bed talking about like people, whatever. And Andy goes, you know the actress, Ruth. I was like, Ruth who, babe? He's like, you know, Ruth. I was like, I don't feel comfortable saying her last name.
And that's how the white people in your life need to be. Honestly, when we eat chips, Jacob goes, can I get some salt and vin?
Vinegary.
Well, you see,
I'm sorry. All the actors, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
So I feel like it was these Batman movies where like now we have to like it inspired people to cast really really big celebrities in these villain roles.
Yeah, I would agree.
Michael Keaton is also just, I said it before on this podcast, and I will keep saying this over and over again. Michael Keaton is one of the best fucking actors in Hollywood. Michael Keaton was Batman.
I know. I can't see his face right now.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. Okay, yeah.
He was Beetlejuice and he was Birdman.
Right.
Birdman.
You think Michael Keaton is one of the greatest actors?
Michael Keaton is honestly for me. Michael Keaton, Viola Davis, Meryl Streep. These are some Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey's a great actor. Heath Ledger.
Oh my God. Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker is good. The
Forrest
Crying
Whitaker
Game.
is.
Have you ever seen The Crying Game?
No. You know when Forrest Whitaker won my heart? Well, tell me about the Crying Game. Go ahead. Sorry.
Crying Game. He played. He. That's the first time I ever became aware of transness, and because I forget the story, but he falls in love with a trans woman basically, or they start a relationship, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that was a thing in my life. In life.
I fell in love with Forrest Whitaker after watching The Last King of Scotland.
Never seen that.
I watched that movie and I was like, oh my, like, I remember being like, how does someone get this? And Denzel Washington is another great one.
He just did Macbeth. You should go see it.
I'm like, how do you get, Forrest Whitaker truly inspired me to take acting more seriously.
Really?
Yeah, he's an insane actor. He's so good, especially in The Last King of Scotland. He was also great in Phone Booth with
Phone Booth was with
Colin Farrell and Kiefer Sutherland.
Phone Booth is so good.
Yeah, Kiefer Sutherland, Colin Farrell.
He plays the cop.
Yeah, he plays the cop. But yeah, I would love to see him.
Monique Hart is a great actress too. And before she's
been blackballed.
Oh yeah. Everyone, yeah. That's she's been trying to tell everyone about it. But she's such a good actress. I only ever thought of her as a comedian because of the Parkers and because of the Queens of Comedy. But her work in Precious, Monique was so fucking great.
Some of the best actors are comedians. Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx.
Because they can go there. Jamie Foxx is a great actor.
Jamie Foxx is a very, very good actor.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
For the new, because X-Men is coming back. They're starting a new universe. Is there anyone that you want to see playing X-Men you haven't seen?
I really feel like it might be too late now. But maybe it's not. Actually, no, it's not. It's never too late.
Mm-hmm.
Years ago, I always thought, but this is also just based on something about the way she looks. I always thought that, I'm about to get ate up. I'm about to get ate up for this.
What?
I think Toni Braxton would be a good Storm. Something about Toni Braxton
as an actor. She was in Why Did I Get Married?
She's also
Kingdom Come.
She's also on Broadway as well. She was on Broadway. She was as Belle in Beauty and the Beast.
Right.
Something about Toni Braxton. I also unironically, and I'm not even being funny.
What?
I really think RuPaul would be a great Storm.
A great Storm?
I said what I said. I said the sentence, and I'm not taking it back. RuPaul.
You're ridiculous.
RuPaul.
No.
Would imagine all the X-Men together, and then that Storm's like. Imagine everyone's like, Storm. Storm.
No,
and
you're
Storm's
crazy.
Like, honey, I came to blow the competition away. Actually, RuPaul might make a good Professor X.
I don't say RuPaul would a great. I'm surprised Drag Race has never done a superhero parody with RuPaul in that fucking chair, his bald ass head, and the glasses.
You think RuPaul? Okay, visually, RuPaul make a good Storm.
No, he's too old.
Storm is not.
I know, but Storm doesn't look that. Storm looks like she is 20.
Do you think RuPaul could shit?
What do you think an all black X-Men would be? Who would be? Okay, so RuPaul is a Professor X. Who's the black Jean Grey?
No, I wouldn't make RuPaul Professor X.
Who would be Professor X?
Okay, let's keep going around. Let's just do a full circle moment. Name Colossus.
Colossus would have to be
Shaq.
Shaq would be a good Colossus,
but he's such a bad actor.
And he's so old.
I mean,
I am Kazam.
Yeah, no, Shaq is a big muscly. Oh, not Terry Crews. He's too goofy.
No, he's too goofy to be Colossus. Colossus is I don't know. Okay, you also started on one of the most.
Debo?
No, he's too old.
Yeah,
you picked the most. Let's go with the main ones. Jean Grey.
I'm like Frogman. Morph.
Jean Grey.
Jean Grey.
I think that could be Regina King. She'd be a good Jean Grey.
Regina King is too old to be Jean Grey. Jean Grey is like in her 20s.
Yeah. I mean, Famke Janssen was in her 20s and she played Jean Grey. That's how we all grew. She was about Regina King's age.
Regina King is probably almost 50 now.
She looks young though.
Hey Google, how old is Regina King? She's 50.
Damn.
Yeah, that's too old to be Jean Grey. I feel like Jean Grey needs to be someone a little bit younger. I would give
Megan Thee Stallion.
Cyclops.
Megan Thee Stallion would be a fair Jean Grey.
Listen, Cyclops.
She's like, Every move she does.
You know who could be a great Cyclops is that guy who was in. He played Dr. Manhattan in Watchmen, the HBO series.
I did not watch Watchmen.
He's I can't remember his.
There's also Morpheus in the new.
Oh, him. Okay, yeah, he's good. I can see him being Cyclops.
Wait,
He's Morpheus in the new Matrix.
His name is
stop everything.
What?
Keanu Reeves in the Matrix,
Yes.
but Lawrence Fishburne isn't.
He probably didn't want to do it. I mean, they tried to
Is he like a new? Is Morpheus a new person?
He's like a new simulation, basically. Well, not a new simulation. They put him in. Yes.
But they're not trying to just say this is Lawrence Fishburne.
No, they're not trying to say Lawrence Fishburne. He's like the new.
I don't like that.
Okay, Jada Pinkett said they probably try to get more. Lawrence Fishburne's probably like, but nigga, no, I'm home chilling. He probably didn't want to do it.
He still acts. He's in Blackish.
He probably didn't want to do it.
I don't like this. I'm not watching this movie.
Because Lawrence Fishburne didn't want to do it, you don't want to watch it?
I don't want to see. I don't.
his name is Yahya Abdul-Mateen.
Mateo, Jacob, don't say that because now I'm offended.
Yahya Abdul-Mateen. I guess I am upset that Lawrence Fishburne. I don't know why I feel so strongly. Is the actor that plays Trinity? Is she in it?
Yeah, everyone except
Morpheus,
because he probably didn't want to do it. They probably didn't offer him enough money. Or
maybe he has
no.
health issues or something. Maybe
Maybe
he was tired. Maybe he was.
Bitch, that was 20 years ago. He's like, nigga, I'm tired.
He is the oldest person in the cast.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, hey Google, how old is Lawrence Fishburne?
65. I overshot.
Correct. He looks great.
Let me see. I mean, he would have been great, but girl, she said no.
I'm so fucking mad. You know, honestly, and if it wasn't gonna be Lawrence Fishburne, they should have bought in like Samuel Jackson or somebody.
No.
Samuel Jackson is one of my favorite actors. I love.
Maybe Samuel Jackson is Professor X? No, he'd be Magneto.
No, yes.
He'll be Magneto.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's our official definite casting. Samuel Jackson has never, every movie he's been in has been better because he was in it. Every movie Samuel Jackson has ever been, even the movies that are like bad, the only reason they were good was because like Snakes on a Plane.
I never seen it. Did you ever see it or you just know about it?
I just know about it.
Yeah, I never seen it. It might be a horrible movie.
But Samuel Jackson would have made it better.
Hey, we don't want no motherfucking snakes
On this motherfucking plane.
Everyone knows that line. That's iconic.
I'm tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane. Did you see Black Snake Moan?
Black?
That's where he's chained to that white lady.
No.
Or did you see the
Django?
Oh my god.
He was great. He was great in Django.
Django is legit Samuel Jackson's best work.
He was great in Django.
I'm a huge
His
Samuel Jackson
daughter.
fan.
Oh my god, you know his daughter was a producer on Drag Race.
Oh really?
Yeah, she was a producer on season 13 or season 12. His daughter. She was one of the ones you interview with on one of the stories.
I think Lawrence Fishburne has a daughter who's a stripper.
Work.
I think she used to work in my brother's strip club.
Do you know this weird thing when you start really low and then you move your eyes like this? You're like, I think you're doing it. I don't know. Why do you do that? It's very weird. You're like one of those paintings in the wall that the eyes are like because you don't move your head and you look, you're seeing right into the mic and you go, yeah, Monet, I think it's over there. You do that. It's very strange. Who's Black Wolverine? Michael B. Jordan.
No, it's no.
Who?
No.
Who?
For Michael B. Jordan, I don't think he has like the anger and like the rage. I think, and I'm not being funny, especially based on his height, it's Kevin Hart, and he's muscly.
Wolverine's not. Hugh Jackman is. Kevin Hart is like 5 foot.
How tall do you think Wolverine is?
Wolverine is not a small character.
Hey Google, how tall is Wolverine?
Portrayed on the screen in X-Men films as well as the highly regarded Logan by 6 feet 2 inches Hugh Jackman. Wolverine is technically only 5 feet 3 inches.
Wolverine's 5'3".
No, not Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart does not give. Kevin Hart would be like, yeah, man, we're gonna get. Kevin Hart would not be a good Wolverine.
I got applause.
Yeah, no, Bob, no.
I'm mad. I got applause. I'm sick of this shit.
But yeah, okay.
I gotta say, honestly, casting sounds really tough, and I don't think I would want to work in that film because when you get it wrong, it's a wrap. When you get it right, I think what would probably make it really good is when it's something that no one's thinking of. Like everyone thought that Philip Seymour Hoffman was gonna play the Penguin.
Did they?
Yes, it was like a thing, and there was like
which Penguin? Like the original, like the Danny DeVito?
There was a rumor that after Bane, the next one was gonna be Penguin, but then when he died, they abandoned it. That could all be hearsay. I always thought that back when they were doing the really campy ones, Jack Black would have been a perfect Penguin. I think Jack Black has a really serious role in him that hasn't been
Has he done one?
Not to my knowledge, no.
I don't think so either.
But I think Jack Black has a really serious role in him that people are gonna like gag when he Jack Black is one of my favorite actors.
I know you love School of Rock.
It's one of my favorite movies. It's so good.
Are we over the superhero plot lines? I mean, they're all pretty much the same. A bad thing happens, the superhero is down, gets there, especially the origin ones. They're all pretty much the same.
Yeah. So when I watched Black Panther, I was watching and I was like, I know everything's gonna happen.
For sure.
I know that his relationship with his father is gonna become tainted at some point. He's gonna have to come to grips with it. He's gonna find that it wasn't perfect. But I didn't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you said something earlier that bothered me. You were like, Marvel heroes are just for the spectacle. I'm like, that's what I go to see a superhero movie. That's what I go to see a superhero movie for. I want to see bangs and lights and fight scenes. Like, I'm not going to a superhero movie to get into to learn a life lesson. I'm not going for like a sad story.
I really like for example, when I think about Dark Knight Rises, which was the one with Heath Ledger.
No, just The Dark Knight. Rises is Bane.
Yeah. Which one was the one with the Scarecrow then?
Batman Begins.
Okay. When I think about the one with Heath Ledger, there was spectacle, but it's just not like Avengers where you can tell they're literally just they're all just walking on a huge blue screen, which I can't even imagine acting on that. That probably feels so stupid. It probably feels so dumb to be like running and like fighting air. I would be like, I can't take this seriously, guys. But like when I think about like the shots, like the Joker, like with his head out the window and the like wind going through his hair.
That's probably on a screen too.
No,
it was not
because I know it wasn't. I know it wasn't on the screen.
Because I've seen many things like that where you're on a blue screen, but yes, you're in the car and it's speeding in the thing, but you're in a fucking blue soundstage.
I've seen clips and stuff of it with the Joker, and when I think about like how the Batman often like fights like in the dark, something about the Batman fighting in the dark. Instead of like everything's well lit and you see every angle, he seems so mysterious and really terrifying. I love the tropes they have with Batman that we come to expect, like where Batman is talking to Commissioner Gordon, and then all of a sudden he just leaves, but he never says goodbye. That's been a trope with Batman movies forever, and they keep it up.
This is from the comics,
yeah, and it's just like really, it's just so well done. The acting to me is so superb. So you think the acting in Marvel is not good? I said the acting in DC is superb. Is there any Marvel acting that you think is superb? I thought that I remember thinking that Tobey Maguire's that was Sony. It wasn't Marvel necessarily. Spider-Man is a Marvel movie. It was Sony. We're talking about Marvel movies, yeah. It wasn't Marvel. It was a Sony movie. But it's a Marvel comic. Yeah, but Sony owned it. Sony made it, not Marvel. Marvel is now producing these. Okay. With Disney. Okay, well, I'm just talking about Marvel movies. Like Marvel characters. Marvel characters, yeah. And that was... Sorry. Everything, the reason why those Sony ones, because Sony they wanted it to not be as cartoony as what Disney's doing now. Mm-hmm. So that's why the Spider-Man Sony ones with Tobey Maguire feel a little different. They feel like in the middle of Marvel, what Disney's doing now, and what Batman is. They kind of feel like in the middle. Also, Tobey Maguire waking up in the morning and then realizing that he had like muscles was a sexual awakening. That was so hot. I was like, oh my god, that was really hot. And he's the only Spider-Man that his powers like he was the only one that got bit by the spider. The other two had to have like cartridge. Well, I guess the other two did too, but they still had to have like web cartridges. He's the only one like the webs come from his body. The two hottest moments in superhero like history for me are when Killmonger takes off his shirt. And when Spider-Man wakes up and he has his powers, when Tobey Maguire. When Michael B. Jordan takes off his shirt and shows all the scars, that is one of the hottest moments. He's so hot. And same with Tobey Maguire waking up and being like, he like grabs his pecs and then he looks down at his pants and goes, big change.
Did he say that?
Something like that. There was some insinuation that his dick got bigger.
Got it.
And I was like, that was a great line.
Did you like any of the Fantastic Four movies? I like the newest one. No, did you see the newest one?
I remember seeing one and being like, I'm out.
The ones with Jessica Alba?
Yeah, I was like, it's a wrap.
Yeah, those weren't great, but with like the Silver Surfer, but they just put out, it did not just, like maybe like 4 years ago, you know I'm talking about the Fantastic Four movie when they were like younger? I like that one.
What was the X-Men movie? Time Ender?
Days of Future Past?
Days of Future Past. It was so complicated.
Oh, it was too much.
But I really enjoyed it.
I did too. I always enjoyed it. Even the one that people pretend that they hate, not pretend that they hate. You know which one?
Which one?
X-Men 3, the one when Jean, when Phoenix arrives and she's like, she fucking kills Professor X.
I like that one.
You didn't, or you don't mind?
I did.
Yeah, but people hate it. Like,
why?
They just thought it just wasn't good. They didn't like it. I love that movie.
There's something about Jennifer Lawrence as Mystique. Jennifer Lawrence, right?
Yeah. Well, where you going?
Something about the way she looks goofy. Like, I'm like, this bitch look goofy as fuck. Like, when she's Mystique, I'm like, you look dumb. Like, when Rebecca Ramon Stamos was Mystique.
Oh, so good.
That was scary.
Yeah.
But, like, something about Jennifer Lawrence and Mystique, she looks like someone who is, like, in a Mystique costume.
I rarely agree.
She like someone who's in, like someone who's, like, in a Mystique costume, but, like, at a party.
Yeah.
But it's, like, just like walking around and, like, being themselves. And she's like, anyway, like with a drink, but it's like, oh my God, you're in the costume, but you're not mystiquing it.
And something about the way that Rebecca Ramon Stamos, she's not Stamos anymore, Rebecca Ramon, the way that she moved, it was just so sexual, the way that Mystique is.
Yeah.
And it just made it feel, she was a great Mystique.
I mean, her Mystique was also very animalistic. Mm-hmm. It did very little to no, she did
talking.
Very little to no talking.
Yeah.
And she was really, I mean, like, fucking them with those feet moves, the kicks, the neck.
The one when she, in number 2, when she slides through the door and she gives him the finger.
Yes.
That shit is so good.
I remember, like, was it when she was Wolverine and she's, like, morphing back into Mystique and hits
and she goes to kiss him?
And no. She's like, turning. She's, like, I think Wolverine's fighting himself. And then Mystique's like flying through the air, and then she's turning from Wolverine back to Mystique, and she hits the Spider-Man pose. You know, when you hit the ground, except the leg was all the way out, and she looks up, and I was like, oh. So then to go
that's
from
hot.
that,
that's sexual. That was hot.
Go from that to like Jennifer Lawrence being like, hey guys.
Yeah,
I was like, this is the bitch from, like, it just, and I don't think it's her fault. It's just like, it just looks silly.
Yeah, but also Rebecca Ramon is like she was a model. Like she just innately sexual, and she's just very she's good at that, you know.
Yeah, but Mystique was like one of the best parts of. But I also feel like okay, can someone explain to me this?
They fucking noobed Storm in those X-Men movies. Storm was like some I'm like, Storm is a class 5 fucking mutant. She's one of the most powerful bitches. Remember number 2? They're literally in the middle of. They're in the middle of a dam exploding. And Storm was like, I don't know. I'm like, bitch, you can control water, air. You can stop all of this. I was like, this is crazy.
One of my favorite moments was when Professor X, it was this big standoff. I can't remember which movie. I think it was the first one. There was this big standoff with the cops. And then it's like Sabretooth, Magneto, and all these people. But Professor X gets in everybody's brains. Uh-huh. Like, he controls all of their brains. Yeah. They turn their guns on themselves.
Oh, yeah.
And then...
No, Magneto did that. Magneto made them all turn their guns.
But then Professor X, like, make the cop talk... No, one of the cops started talking to Magneto. And he was like, Charles. That's what it was. Sabretooth starts talking to Magneto. And he's like, Charles.
Yeah.
And I was like... Eric. No, but then Magneto was like Charles.
Yeah. So he's like, Charles, get out of it, whatever.
Yeah. Who was Sabretooth again? Who was that?
I don't know his name. But I can see his face in my head. I don't know his name. Can you
explain this to me? Why did Hugh Jackman, why was he the only one who made the crossover?
To what?
When they changed the entire cast, everyone changed except Hugh Jackman.
Because they explained that
because he's aging.
Yeah, because his age was a thing, and then also because in X-Men First Class they went back in time, or it started out in the 70s, but he wasn't a part of X-Men First Class really. Only in that one scene, and then they incorporated him again in Days of Future Past because
Ian McKellen was so good as Magneto.
He's good, yeah. He's good.
And I just love that he's gay.
Is he? Ian McKellen's not gay.
He's openly gay.
Really?
Yes.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Magneto's like, girl. But also, part of me is like, I think Magneto, what makes him so powerful isn't actually his power, because his power is magnificent.
He's not even evil. He just wants equality. Magneto just wants equality. Everyone's trying to victimize him.
I think what makes him so powerful is that he's just so smart. Yeah. It's like do you remember when he pulled the metal out of the
other guy? Yeah, in number 2.
He was like, oh.
Yeah, he could smell the iron in him. He was like, he said something like, "It seems like you've had your iron pills today." Or maybe I just made that up. I think that's what I thought when I saw the scene.
And he pulled the iron through his
blood,
but also like, and then he like turned it into just destroyed the entire place. And I was like, I mean, controlling metal is, but also I feel like it could be relatively easy. I'm like, it would be relatively easy to just put him in a place where there's no metal.
That's pretty hard. Metal is all through the walls in here.
What do you fight in the middle of the woods?
I was like, no, Bob, that's impossible.
Or if he's in the ocean? Also, you have to lure him to the ocean. He probably makes, but also he's wearing metal.
Yeah, and on his way to the ocean, he's pulling metal.
That's actually a really great power.
To control metal?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Well, is there a power? I mean, I'm sure there's some X-Men that has it. Is there some power we're not thinking? Like, what if you had the ability to control plastic? But plastic is in the ocean. Plastic is everywhere. Plastic, and you can make.
You fight somebody with a BBL.
That's not fat. That's not fat.
Plastic somebody who got their lips done. Be like, so just rip out somebody's titty implants.
Do you remember? Oh my god! Did you remember that?
Butt implants are actually safer than BBLs.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, BBL is apparently the most dangerous surgery to have.
Butt implants are actually safer, but they don't look as good,
and they feel crazy. But
I mean, I've actually never felt breast implants before.
I never have either.
Yeah, I've never felt breast implants.
Want to?
But from what I hear, I mean, they probably feel a lot different over time. I mean, I don't know how firm they are.
Yeah.
But I mean, also butts can be really firm and really soft. I've felt some butts that were really, really firm and big, and some butts that are really, really soft and big.
But I think people who want butt implants, they want like the jiggle, and they want it to look and feel like
a muscle butt can jiggle.
But not with implants, they don't jiggle. That's the problem.
Oh, but boobs jiggle. Boob implants jiggle.
Not really. Have you seen that girl on TikTok? She was like, "Do not ever get breast." I went to Miami and she was like,
she knocks.
Bitch.
And then if you watch the Stitch video, she goes, "Guys, I was just kidding." She goes, "I've never even had a boob job before."
Wait, really?
Yeah. She was like, "I was just joking. That was literally just I added the sound in post. I've never had a boob job."
My bitch lying. She had a boob job. That shit was real.
No, she goes, "Look, guys." She's like, "These are my." They were like saggy. She's like, "I've never done anything to my boobs."
Work. What a fucking lying bitch.
I love you very much.
I love you.
That's our unofficial tagline.
No, that's you. I'm not saying that.
You just said it, but
I said I love you.
No, our tagline is "I love you very much," and you go, "I love you too, Roberta." Yeah, you give me superhero versus villain tease.
I'm definitely so. You are absolutely a villain.
I gotta be a villain in one of these movies.
there it is again. I gotta be a villain in one of these movies.
All right. Thank you all.
Bye.